Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the signs of past life.
More than half a century after Neil Armstrong took mankind's giant leap on the moon, another space race is heating up. This time, the promising new frontier for Earthlings is Mars, the planet next door. A spate of robotic missions to the Red Planet, including NASA's Perseverance rover this year and China's Zhurong this year, has led to the inevitable question: when can humans follow? Unmanned missions over the decades have beamed a trove of information, including the presence of water ice on Mars, fueling expectations that a human landing is possible. But how soon, and are we ready? Hello, and welcome back to Fact Nominal. Today, we'll look at some of the recent discoveries that may indicate how possible it is for mankind to consider Mars home in a few years from now. In February 2021, the Perseverance rover landed on the Jezero crater of Mars for the express purpose of finding and collecting samples of extraterrestrial life. However, this task has not proved easy thanks to the many pitfalls of the Martian environment. In fact, on the 27th of September 2021, while exploring the Jezero terrain, something unexpected happened to Perseverance. You see, before Perseverance's arrival on the Red Planet, NASA attached a working microphone to the rover to obtain more data about the Red Planet. And thanks to this innovative piece of technology, scientists were able to capture a one-in-a-lifetime action, a contact with a Martian dust devil. The plethora of data resulting from the encounter has astounded scientists, who are well aware of the enormous impact Martian dust has on the planet's environment. The fine-grained particles of the dust devil could actually damage scientific instruments on Perseverance and potentially blanket solar energy panels, rendering them worthless. However, some risks are just worth taking, as examining the rover's raw data can provide insight into how dust might affect existing Mars missions and possibly future human exploration. Since Mars' atmosphere is only 1% as dense as Earth's, storms on the Red Planet aren't as destructive and powerful as those we have here on Earth. So thankfully, it wasn't powerful enough to harm the rover. As a result, this incident with the rover is not what you would categorize as an extreme weather event. Nevertheless, this small amount of noise and the visual images captured by the SuperCam sensor on top of the rover included a significant amount of signal. The dust devil, according to researchers, was around 25 meters 82 feet wide and 118 meters 387 feet tall. That's taller than the Statue of Liberty, pedestal included. And what's even cooler than that, while the dust devil passed by, scientists could pick up the individual impact of the grains on the rover and can actually count them. The lead author of the study, Naomi Murdoch, claimed that the Martian dust devil is somewhat similar to a small storm cell. As hot air rises from the ground, it usually appears around the middle of the day. A scientist wishing to speak more technically could call this a convective vortex loaded with dust. Murdoch's team's success in capturing the dust devil's sound reflects both luck and preparation. Perseverance's mic usually takes recording for a little under 3 minutes and is only able to pull this off only 8 times a month. However, the recordings are timed for when the dust devils appear. But in Murdoch's case, the rover's camera was pointed at just the right direction at the right time. And voila, that actually did the trick. Had the camera been pointing in a different direction or the microphone being scheduled just a few seconds later, key pieces of this beautiful discovery would be missing. But while the Perseverance team is cheering the windy encounter in Jezero, something beautiful is happening somewhere on the Red Planet. The saying, "let it snow," takes on a whole new meaning on Mars, as late winter has finally arrived on our cousin planet. and NASA, in true fashion, has revealed images of a foreign yet familiar display of its beauty. Like Earth, the red planet experiences snow and frost and is home to water and ice. So, in a way, its winters look like ours. But that's about where the resemblance stops. In a Martian winter, the planet's average temperature, almost a frozen minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit, plunges to 190 below. In this bone-chilling weather, the red planet also hosts a second kind of ice made from carbon dioxide known as dry ice. Unlike our water frost at home, Mars's carbon dioxide frost doesn't melt. Instead, when temperatures warm, it converts directly from a solid to a gas in a shift called sublimation. In the process, these fantastic formations are named after some familiar items and patterns, from Dalmatian spots to fried eggs to even Swiss cheese. But while NASA is aware that snow falls on Mars, the organization has never photographed the flakes as they fall. As orbiters cannot see through the planet's dense clouds to obtain such photographs, ground-based robots cannot withstand the planet's harshest extremes. Yet it is in these freezing zones shaded by clouds near the poles and at night that Mars's snow falls. In the absence of photographic evidence, NASA had to rely on other means to detect and analyze Mars falling snow. In 2008, the agency's Phoenix lander launched a laser into the atmosphere and monitored the signals returned by clouds and snowflakes. Furthermore, dry ice snow has been spotted by the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which observes the weather in infrared and visible light. The Martian frost is beautiful, as NASA's images prove. But the Martian adventure isn't over just yet. Early last year, a massive, record-breaking Marsquake rocked the red planet for 10 hours straight. You see, back in November 26, 2018, NASA's InSight lander plunged through the thin Martian atmosphere and onto the smooth plains of Elysium Planitia to learn more about the planet's seismic activities. So far, InSight has been able to detect more than 1,000 Marsquakes. But there was something odd about the recent Marsquake. Normally, the Marsquakes recorded by the InSight lander lasts only a few hours, but this one endured for up to 10 hours. For a planet that scientists believe was seismically inactive due to its lack of tectonic plates, like that of Earth and a cohesive global magnetic field, this is a rather impressive feature. All of the information we're gathering on Mars is valuable for a variety of reasons. For one thing, it provides a clearer understanding of how the planet evolved, which in turn provides scientists with clues about how other planets in the universe might be evolving as well. Using all of our devices and capabilities, we'd be able to quickly acquire a sense of what it's like to be on Mars. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.